Hello, this is Leslie Christin, and welcome to my session of the Beauty Dharma Summit. I want to thank all of my amazing speakers that have been in this summit. I hope that you have enjoyed them just as much as I have. And all of you that have watched, I hope that some of them have touched your heart, or honestly, for me, all of them have touched my heart. And it's really been such a beautiful conversation that we have had throughout these sessions and will continue to grow. And hopefully this will open up some opportunities for you to have deeper conversations with your friends and family and loved ones. So I wanted to share some of my concepts of beauty. I feel that beauty is not a competition, it's a journey. And if you're someone that was just born feeling beautiful, then you are one of the lucky ones. Most of us didn't grow up that way. My question is, how did YouTube and Instagram become like the beauty university for everybody now? It's funny because I remember when it first started. Now, of course, those of you that know me, you know that I'm a makeup artist, founder of CARA Cosmetics, and I also have a makeup studio and have taught many, many people also on how to become a makeup artist. So the industry, I have seen a lot of change with it. But what's funny though is that it all started with a handful of makeup obsessed enthusiasts, and they've spent a lot of time doing their own makeup, doing videos over and over on camera. And now there's a whole industry that is called influencers, and they're making their mark in the makeup industry. But my question is to you, or to these are some of the questions that I've had from clients, is that why are people trying to copy looks on YouTube and putting them on their own face, right? Then they wonder like why they're a hot mess. Well, the reason is because your face is not the same as their face. So you have a lot of, and these are just questions I hear over and over again. Wow, I love watching this person, and they do all of these different looks, but yes, they're doing the same look on themselves. So of course they know they've mastered the art of their own face. It's very different than a makeup artist that's always working on other people's faces. But I love this. So when did it become a trend for women to learn beauty tips from drag queens that are men trying to look like women? We are women. We don't need to learn tips that are men trying to look like women. So I love the humor in that. And I'm not going to say that I haven't learned. When I was early on, I learned some phenomenal tips from drag queens. But the thing is that so much out there is so exaggerated, and it just boils down to you want to really look natural. You want to look like yourself. And unless maybe that's your look, but most clients that I get, they just want to look beautiful, right? So where do you go, right? The whole concept of learning makeup or exploring your beauty has been either moms taught us some of those tips, or we go to the department stores, and that's a hit or miss kind of situation, right? Have you ever gone somewhere and then all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to wash this off. This is horrible. Or you're getting invited to maybe a makeup party, and your aunt or Betty Sue, that's her neighbor, invites you over, and they're going to show you how to look beautiful. And then you know that there's, oh my gosh, you're going to have to sit through this party and you're going to have to buy some things. Ah, yes. I think so many of us have either gone down that road. Well, that's not how you are going to explore your beauty. Like every single one of us, our beauty is individual. And it is something that we want to tap into. So I really believe that every woman is like a blank canvas, right? They're they're blank canvas and you want to explore. I get to explore. I love seeing someone when they turn around and they look at themselves in the mirror and the image that's looking back brings you a smile. That's really when you can look at yourself and you're embracing that beauty, right? It's so, so fun. And so my job, I feel, is the best in the world because I get to paint faces, I get to show you things, and I get to see that inner light or that confidence, that power just shine through. And I want to say that there is something that so many women do, and this is that they give away the power or the right to take care of themselves like they should. And so I really want to share with you that you want to indulge. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity for us to enjoy our skincare rituals, to learn, update ourselves. If you've been doing makeup the same way, why not update your look? Especially if you're in business, you want to be relevant, right? You want to be desirable to your clients. You want people to look at you and go, wow, she's on top of her game. And that's what I love more than ever. So my career started as a young girl in my 20s, and I got my cosmetology license because that was the thing that I was supposed to do. I wanted to be a makeup artist from a very, very young age. And I worked in a couple of different salons, and hair was not my thing, had horrible allergies to all the hair chemicals. And lo and behold, there was this wonderful opportunity that came about that this lady, she was an assistant director, and she said, I need to introduce you to my makeup artist. And she introduced me to her. And this girl really opened up the doors for me. She showed me how to put my kit together, how to become a freelancer. Then I started doing headshots and working with photographers and commercials. And then I was offered by this same lady, I was offered my very first television show. And for those of you that watched the very first session with Stacey Haiduk, that was the TV show, my very first television series as a key makeup artist. And that's where Stacey and I grew our relationship since then, 30-ish years ago. And since then, I have been so fortunate to grow my business, to work for years and years in film and television, start a cosmetic line, founded CARA Cosmetics, which is so important for me because coming from film, I knew the importance of having a product that's camera ready, that encompasses all skin tones, all ethnicities. That is, I like simplicity when it comes to products. I'm not a makeup product obsessed person. I like multifunctionality because when you're hauling around a lot of kits, um, having things condensed and being able to utilize things in different ways is really important. So I love the simplicity of that. And I think that also beauty is not complicated, or a beauty routine doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be designed for you, specialized for you. And when it comes to understanding how to design something for you, that's where our expertise comes in. That's where my expertise comes in because I've been doing this for so many years and I've spent my whole life dedicated to learning and to understanding how beauty rituals work, what different skin types require, what different types of climate, how do you use different products in different ways. So there's so many things that are involved in that versus, buying something that is the latest trend. And with that said, I want to share that it is so important to understand that you are unique. The you are individual. And even though we do have that common thread, of course, of all of us, being human, being from a particular area. But what I love to see is really bringing through that unique style, and that you understand it, you capture it, and you embrace it, that you find that. And that is where I find, from having worked with actors and models and attorneys and realtors and all different types of clients, there's a common thread that I find. And that common thread is that we are the protagonist of our life. We are the star of our life. Just like in film, we create the protagonist, between hair, makeup, wardrobe, the script, the words, lighting, camera, director of photography. I mean, you name it, all of us, the set design, everything, props, everything comes together and we create this particular character. Well, if you're in business, or everything now is online. You are here listening to me and watching me. You are listening to all of our speakers. And we're in a world that is so different from how it used to be before. We're online dating. We're meeting people online. We are attracting clients online. We're sharing our stories. We're in a visual world. So that is what's so thrilling to me right now, is because finally my two worlds have merged together. So all of the expertise that I have from film and television is now so fun because I get to see the similarity. And I look at each one of my clients like I look at my actors, how I looked at them. And really, there's no difference. The only difference between them and you is that they walk into a makeup trailer. They have makeup artists, hairstylists, camera operator, everything at their disposal because that's our job. Now, you, on the other hand, need to learn how to create our magic, right? We get to do the magic for these actors. And funny enough, so many actors, just like my dear friend Stacy, I taught her how to do her daily makeup, right? Because she's so used to having people at her fingertips that when she has to do it herself, she was even sharing that all of a sudden you're not nearly as secure and confident because you don't have those skills. So what I love to do is that I love to teach people how to design that look, create that look, and then give you the tools to have that daily empowerment. So you know how to do that. And then you look in the mirror, and what you see that reflects back to you, you get to love even more. It really gives you joy. So why would you take advice from people that truly have no clue on what they're doing? Oftentimes we listen to people and they're telling us what to do. But the biggest thing, and of course in business, because I've spent way too much money hiring consultants and people like that. And I really didn't look at what their credentials were. Did they really have enough education and background for me to really invest my money in? So that is one thing that you want to really look at, because we want to spend our money wisely and we want to maximize our benefit, right? So Another thing too is that just because something is trendy doesn't mean that it's right for you. So you really want to, now like big brows are in. Well, big brows don't necessarily work on everybody. Certain colors might be in, but those might not be the colors that work well for you. So that's where you are individual and you are beautiful. And that is really what you want to walk away with, is really capturing that beauty. So I get to look at your personality, your facial features, your undertones, and I design in my mind a look that's beautiful for you, that's individual. And that is how I bring Hollywood home. And if you will give me a couple of minutes, I'm going to share with you a couple of things on Bring Hollywood Home. It is a brand new course that I have, and it's a fun course. It's a super fun course. And we are actually going to launch that at the end of this month. And I'm going to share just a couple of things with you because you have so much beauty and so much opportunity out there. It's just in a different realm, right? So imagine attracting the people you want in your life, feeling powerful, confident, and loving your unique look. And also looking like your true self, not like a hot mess trying to imitate somebody else. Attracting the clients you want and feeling powerful, professional, and polished, also looking like your true self. You want to look at how you're visually speaking to your clients. Or maybe you're trying to find a husband, or maybe you're trying to find a date, or maybe you're just trying to find friends. How does your look align with them? So, the number one mistake that I find is that professionals really underestimate the power of appearance. And your clients and audience is choosing to do business with or without you. And I want everyone to understand, because I know that this sounds harsh, but we judge. We absolutely judge. And now we are so quick to decide whether I trust them, I like them, and then we scroll on, right? All we're doing is swiping all day long. And that is the opportunity that is becoming a really much smaller window now on how we can capture clients. So here is my dear client, Victoria LeBaume, and she is one of our speakers, and she is phenomenal. We worked together on a huge conference, and she was the keynote speaker, and that's how I had met her. And Victoria loved the way I did her makeup, and she said, do you teach this? And I said, absolutely. She lives in New York City. I live in Central Florida. So we actually did a series of sessions, and we did them virtually. And I taught her how to do her makeup for her keynote speaking events. So she sends me this testimonial, and this is her before look. And then she says, as embarrassing as it is to admit having been on camera and stage more times than I can count, I never learned to do my own makeup. And trust me, it's true, because she had a little tiny arsenal of just a few products. Now, she is a very natural beauty, but she says, I always relied on the artist assigned to the job, or I hired my own stylist based on my location, but that was always a crapshoot. I would often end up looking not like me. Garish, harsh, severe, or just plain weird. Eyebrows too high, lips too strong, rouge too red. You've been there too, right? It was stressful. Either I did my own makeup using my limited beginner skills, or I'd risk looking like a weirdo. And trust me, oftentimes I see some of these makeup artists that all they've learned are these YouTube looks. And for someone like Victoria, she is a natural. She doesn't want all that stuff, nor does she need all that stuff. And I have to say, A fallacy is that you need to wear a lot of makeup to be on camera. That is not true at all. It's knowing what to wear and how to apply it, and knowing that the products are correct because they're camera ready is what's important. So she is the author and creator of Risk Forward, Rock the Room, and she's also a member of the Speakers Hall of Fame. So Victoria is someone that has been in the industry for so many years. And for me, she was, it says a lot because she knows the importance of her appearance and her brand. Her brand is solid. Her look is designed, and she is very strategic about everything that she puts into her business. So her testimonial after we worked together: enter Leslie Christin. Wow. Not only did Leslie's makeup artistry bring out the most beautiful version of me, she miraculously taught me how to do it myself in repeatable, reliable, step-by-step system that works every time. The confidence, independence, and cost savings this has afforded me is beyond amazing. Leslie is fun, talented, professional, and an absolute find. A makeup lesson with Leslie is the gift that keeps on giving for the rest of your life. Every time someone says, wow, you look gorgeous, you will smile and think, TGFL, thank God for Leslie. As a PS, my private session with her was such a fabulous experience that I booked 2 more privates as birthday gifts, both for a close friend and for her sister. And her close friend, by the way, lived in Australia. So we also did all of those virtually. But that is just such a beautiful testimonial. And what I love about it is that, here it shows she has a headshot done, and then on the other side, she did her own makeup. So her brand is consistent. She has the same tools. Plus now with COVID, here was a green screen job that she also did. And so it really, whoops. So this shows you a little green screen job that she did. And she decided, oh my gosh, I'm going to do my own makeup that day, right? So it really is, it's such a great benefit to be able to, sorry here, it's just really such a benefit to have these tools. And because now with COVID, so many makeup artists, well, especially in my makeup union, they have to clear out, most of their makeup because, believe it or not, so many people cross-contaminate their products all the time. They're dipping their brushes in there. They're not using sanitary methods. So it is really, really something that has even kind of gone beyond the scope. God forbid, you don't want to walk somewhere in a department store and use this kind of testers. So it really has brought our awareness and the professionalism and standards of makeup artistry to a whole other level. Now, people decide to trust you within 100 milliseconds by how warm and competent you appear. These stats are by Northwestern University. And people will judge you by what you look like, and then they're going to decide whether they want to work with you, right? So I invite you to work with us and to learn more about Bring Hollywood Home. And I am thrilled that I can have the opportunity to work with you some more, or to be of service to you, and for all of you to have watched the Beauty Dharma Summit and to enjoy all of these phenomenal speakers. So thank you so much. Embrace your beauty and have a beautiful, beautiful life. Thank you.